It's the kind of diplomatic moment that speaks volumes without a word being uttered. A former U.S. President, Donald Trump, arrives in China to fanfare and a meticulously choreographed welcome. On the surface, it appears as an ordinary visit of a prominent global figure. But beneath the spectacle lies a calculated narrative play by Beijing, one that echoes its long-standing efforts to rewrite the rules of global diplomacy and project an image of dominance on the world stage. China's leadership is no stranger to using high-profile visits like these as opportunities to reinforce its own narratives. By rolling out the red carpet for Trump, Beijing is aiming to harness his polarizing legacy for its own strategic messaging. The photo ops and ceremonial gestures are not just for domestic audiences. They are designed as a signal to the world that China stands as a central pillar of power, willing and able to engage even with those who have historically been critical of its policies. To fully understand the implications, we need to look back at the broader context of U.S.-China relations during Trump's presidency. His administration challenged Beijing in unprecedented ways, from trade wars to placing tariffs on Chinese goods, targeting Chinese tech giants like Huawei, and reasserting American military presence in the Indo-Pacific to counter Beijing's territorial ambitions. These actions strained relations, but also exposed the depth of China's global ambitions to audiences around the world. This visit, however, arrives at a time when China is doubling down on its narrative efforts in the face of mounting international criticism. Its aggressive actions in the South China Sea, crackdowns in Hong Kong and Xinjiang, and coercive economic tactics have alienated much of the democratic world. By hosting Trump, Beijing is attempting to divert narratives from these areas of tension and reframe itself as an indispensable global player that can host and engage both allies and critics with equal confidence. This tactic, however, is not without risks. We must also consider the optics within the U.S. Trump's visit to China risks being interpreted as a tacit endorsement of Beijing's policies, even if unintended. It could complicate Washington's ongoing strategy to build coalitions against China's growing assertiveness. Moreover, such visits play directly into Beijing's broader disinformation strategy, where it seeks to emphasize divisions within democratic societies and portray the West as fractured, while presenting itself as a model of stability and strength. The larger danger here lies in the erosion of the rules-based international order. By co-opting global figures for its soft power strategies, Beijing is subtly undermining the principles of sovereignty, transparency, and mutual respect that underpin international relations. Instead of accepting accountability for its actions, be it in territorial disputes, human rights abuses, or economic coercion, China is attempting to reposition itself as a benign power through calculated public relations maneuvers. The world should view this visit not as a mere diplomatic courtesy, but as part of a broader campaign by Beijing to reshape narratives to its advantage. Democracies must remain vigilant and ensure that such actions do not obscure the realities of China's geopolitical behavior. In an era of increasing great power competition, symbolism matters, and in this case, the symbolism of a high-profile visit could have ripple effects far beyond the photo ops.